For years, Guy and Terry have heard rumours about a haunted mansion on the outskirts of town.
People would see the ghost of a female, an apparition that would drip down the lane that led to this old house.
Intrigued, the men decide to investigate the deserted house with their own cameras. This is the actual videotape from that unforgettable night.
Storms going, lightning crashing.
Lightning like I've never seen. It was like dripping plastic out of the sky. Really strange.
And in the front of the trees there was this big two-story old brick mansion, abandoned, kind of dilapidated looking.
Unaware of what awaits them, Guy and Terry go inside.
Everything throwing shadows through the house, so it was pretty eerie. And basically, we took a series of pictures all through the house, upstairs, downstairs, stairwells.
Terry claims that he then ventured back outside to take more photos.
I took a series of 3 pictures of an upstairs window.
But suddenly, he feels that he is no longer alone.
I felt this presence come over me, and the smell was like sulfur and roses. Real strong smell.
You hear that? Heartbeat?
Honk, 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 honk. And this heartbeat was in my head, but it wasn't my own heartbeat. I really felt like I was dying, this feeling of anxiety.
When Terry develops the film from his still camera, he's shocked by what he sees. 3 consecutive pictures of what appears to be a woman glowing in a pink light, floating in the second-story window. Another pink shape is captured at the back door.
Pretty much, it blew me away, I have to say. I've never seen anything like that on film.
Could this be the ghost of Greencastle, or merely a photographic abnormality? To find out, Guy and Terry showed the pictures to their friend, photo expert Mick Orman. Next, these mysterious images were analysed by a computer graphics expert, Sean Dempsey.
Photographic technique that I don't know about.
With experts at a loss for answers, Guy and Terry have their own theory. They now believe they've photographed a real ghost. But if it's true, then whose spirit is it? Guy believes that the Pink Lady is a woman who lived and died here in the early 20th century. Her name, Irene O'Hare, the same name that they found scratched onto one of the bedroom walls. Guy and Terry make more trips to the mansion, but the ghost of Greencastle does not reappear. However, the men capture 2 other images that are just as difficult to explain. The first is this photograph of what appears to be a woman in a flowing gown. Due to her intense colour, she is known as the Gold Ghost. The second strange event occurs while Guy takes pictures of the mansion. Suddenly, 3 cloud-like shapes fly by. Is this merely fog or some type of mist? If so, it would need a strong breeze to travel this fast. But Guy's clothes and hair never move, indicating that no wind is blowing.
Looking behind my left shoulder, and she kept giggling. Then I just put her down on the floor. I laid her down on a quilt and took 3 photos of her. And when I had it developed, the pictures came back and there were these 2 ribbon-looking like objects, and she was looking down at it.
No one can see these ghostly images, except in photographs.
I took 2 photos of her in her swing, and when we had the photos developed, they were back in the photos.
Picture after picture, these unusual entities have been captured hovering near Carissa. Her family insist that whatever is behind this phenomenon is not of this world.
Until somebody can give me a really great argument that these aren't what we think they are, then I'm going to believe that they are some sort of being that's allowing us to photograph them.
Of course, the only person who can shed any light on the subject is Carissa, but she's too afraid to talk.
When I put her to bed at night, sometimes she'll say, "They're scaring me." When I question her about it, she I can't get any real definite answer out of her.
So for now, Carissa's family says that all they can do is accept these unusual visitors. Built in 1869, the now abandoned house is shrouded in legends of violence and fear.
The woman that haunted it had been somebody that her husband had been killed in the Civil War.
Regardless of what is fact or fiction, residents and paranormal experts believe the house is haunted.
We think that there are at least 10 spirits here.
And they think the spirits have gathered in the basement. No sunlight penetrates these rooms, so the best way to film paranormal activity here is with an infrared camera, descending to the basement with their video cameras rolling. What they experience, they'll never forget.
We were kind of chatting and just walking around, and suddenly we walked into a different room, and there was a very, very thick mist. It almost looked like a thick smoke.
Oh my God, I can see it moving right around in front of me.
Is this just a freak of nature, or the physical manifestation of a ghost?
Oh my God, okay, I'm recording, I am on record. Oh boy, you can really see it now.
I could feel it, even through my clothing, I could feel it. Felt like feathers were brushing against my body.
Oh, big time mist, big time, big time.
Renee and the other witnesses dismissed the theory that the mist is humidity or some other substance of this world.
Almost quit. Did you get it?
If it were mist, we figured it would leave condensation on our lenses of our cameras. You would feel it on your skin, on your clothes, but there was nothing like that. It felt electric.
Oh my gosh.
Even harder to explain is the way the mist moves around the basement, as if it has a will of its own.
Oh my God. Oh, and you know what? I can see it changing directions. Now, as witnesses on this room was clear when we left it. It was totally clear when we left it just a few minutes ago.
Then, as quickly as it materialized, the mist vanishes.
Still mist? A little bit. Not hardly at all, by comparison.
What exactly did Renee and the others encounter down in the basement of the McPike mansion?
I think the mist is definitely a very huge entity. It has a lot of strength.
Whatever it is, it's clear that the mystery of this haunted house is far from being solved. Tonight, we've witnessed shocking images that suggest a world beyond the one that we can see and touch.